You wake up every morning and there he is, that guy in the mirror. You know him, too well in fact. He's comfortable, predictable, average. You look at him and instead of pride, you feel disgust, because deep down, you know he's not enough. Most men, maybe even you watching this, are willingly digging their own graves. You settle for mediocrity. You accept being harmless, being ordinary, being nothing. They've tricked you, man. Society, the media, they've worked overtime to strip you of your edge. They've convinced you that being dangerous is wrong, that it's toxic, that you're better off being soft, docile, and controllable. But here's the truth they'll never tell you. Danger isn't evil, it's power. See, there are two sides to danger. It can destroy, sure, but it can also build. It's a force, a tool, and in the right hands, it's unstoppable. But they don't want you to see that. They'd rather you stay quiet, harmless, irrelevant. Ask yourself, why would they push so hard to make you weak? Why is every message you consume telling you to sit down, stay in your lane, and be nice? Why am I here telling you to embrace what the world fears? If you're asking that question, good. It means you're paying attention. We live in a world that's brutally unfair. Men are valued only for what they create: strength, success, wealth, legacy. And guess what? None of that comes to a man who's weak. None of it comes to a man who's harmless. But let's get one thing straight. Being dangerous isn't about throwing punches or looking intimidating. That's surface level stuff. The kind of danger I'm talking about goes deeper, much deeper. It's about presence. It's about control. It's about becoming the kind of man who commands respect just by existing. The first step, you ever look in the mirror and feel disgusted? Like, really look? Strip away the excuses, the fake smiles, the little lies you tell yourself to make it through the day. And what do you see? Probably some soft, predictable, open book version of a man. A man who's so busy showing his hand that he doesn't even realize he's losing the game before it starts. Let me tell you something harsh. If you don't hate the man staring back at you, you're not being honest with yourself. That guy in the mirror, he's your biggest obstacle. He's weak. He craves attention, validation, and approval from people who don't even give a damn about him. You want to succeed? You have to despise him. Despise his neediness, his laziness, his weakness. That's the only way you'll have the guts to destroy him and build something better in his place. The world loves to tell you to be authentic, to be yourself. That's BS. Most people's authentic self is just their most pathetic version, the one that overshares, seeks pity, and waves their insecurities like a flag. You think people respect that? Nah, they exploit it. The world eats open books for breakfast. You know what's crazy? Most of us already know what's ruining our lives, but we just don't stop. A while ago, I was talking to this guy who couldn't figure out why his life was falling apart. He kept saying, I want to change, but it's like I can't stop myself. It's like I'm possessed. He wasn't possessed, he was just a slave to his own impulses. The thing about discipline is, nobody wants to talk about how brutal it really is. It's not sexy. It's not inspiring. It's raw. And for this guy, the turning point wasn't some self-help book or motivational quote. No, it was something much darker. One day, after another night of doing things he swore he'd stop doing, binge drinking, scrolling for hours, he sat down, opened a notebook, and wrote a list. Not a to-do list, a shame list. Yeah, you heard me, a shame list. He wrote down every single thing he hated about himself, every weakness, every time he caved to his own temptations. He didn't hold back. It was ugly. Stuff like stayed in bed until 11 a.m., ordered fast food instead of cooking, watched porn when I swore I wouldn't, skipped the gym. When he was done, he looked at that list and said, this stops now. But here's the thing. He didn't stop there. He made himself pay for every single failure on that list. Didn't wake up early? 200 squats. Ate like trash? No dinner for the next 24 hours. Gave in to lust? 5 miles of running. You might think that's extreme. Maybe it is, but guess what? It worked. You see, discipline isn't about motivation or good vibes. It's about control. And control doesn't come naturally. You have to force it. You have to wrestle it out of yourself. It wasn't just about punishing himself. That notebook became his battlefield. Every day he'd write down not just his failures, but his wins. Even small ones. Didn't hit snooze. Drank water instead of soda. Said no to that 3 a.m. text from his ex. Each win was a step forward. And over time, the shame list got smaller and the victory list got longer. He was building a system. And that system? That's where discipline lives. You? You're out here spilling your soul on social media, sharing every goal, every plan, every damn thought, like anyone cares. They don't. And the ones who pretend to? They're the first to sabotage you the moment they see you getting ahead. It's time to shut up and disappear. Stop being so predictable. Start moving like a ghost. Let them think you're doing nothing while you're building an empire behind their backs. You know who mastered this? The version of you that you haven't become yet. The one who's ruthless, silent, and calculating. You want to know the first step? Hate yourself enough to change. Hate the fact that you're so desperate for approval, you can't keep your damn mouth shut. Hate the fact that every time you talk about your goals, you lose a little bit of that fire. You're giving away your power for free, man. Stop it. No one knows. No one needs to know. You grind in the dark. You bleed in the shadows. And when you show up as a force of nature, not as some guy with a sob story. Let's discuss the third step. Comfort is your enemy. That soft couch, the warm bed, the easy routines, they're traps. Comfort is the drug, and most of you are high on it, floating through life like zombies. You want to know why your dreams are still just dreams? It's because you worship comfort. You kneel before it like it's some kind of god, but in reality, it's just your leash. There was this guy I knew, a sharp dude, had potential oozing out of him. But the moment he felt a bit of success, he let his foot off the gas, started sleeping in, eating whatever, and chilling like life was one long vacation. You know what happened? Life slapped him hard. Opportunities disappeared, his body got soft, and his mind even softer. Comfort killed his edge, man. Turned him into another nobody. Now here's the truth no one wants to hear. Comfort is seductive, but it's also a killer. It whispers, take it easy, you've earned it. But what it's really saying is, let me steal your fire, your hunger, your ambition. And once it's got you, it doesn't let go. You've got to declare war on it. You know that feeling when the alarm goes off and you just want to hit snooze? That's comfort trying to seduce you. Fight back. Get up. Even if your body's screaming to stay in bed, push yourself to the gym when every muscle's begging for a break. Throw yourself into the grind when your brain's whining for a Netflix binge. Every time you cave to comfort, punish yourself. Ate that junk food when you said you wouldn't? Boom, 200 squats. Skipped your workout? Say hello to a mile of sprints. Start associating comfort with pain. It's psychological warfare, and guess what? You're the general. Extreme? Maybe, but so is life. The world doesn't coddle you, it crushes you the moment you get soft. You think lions chill after catching their prey? Nah, they're already eyeing the next target. Be a damn lion. Comfort is a liar. It tells you to slow down, to take it easy, to enjoy balance. Screw balance. Balance is for people who don't have anything worth fighting for. Step 4. Don't settle for mediocrity. Guy in the mirror is your biggest enemy. He's the reason you're stuck. He's the reason you're not where you want to be. And if you want to become dangerous, truly dangerous, you have to kill him. Not literally. No, this is deeper. You've got to kill the part of you that's okay with mediocrity. That version of you who says this is fine when it's not. The version that skips workouts, that scrolls on his phone for hours, that dreams big but works small. You need to light that version of you on fire, watch it burn, and walk away without looking back. Greatness doesn't come from comfort, bro. It comes from obsession. You need to starve for mastery like your life depends on it. And honestly, it does. Because every day you stay comfortable, you're dying a slow, pathetic death. Comfort is poison. It'll lull you into thinking you're safe when you're not. Look at the best, the legends, the killers, the ones who dominate their fields. Do you think they got there by coasting? By doing just enough? Nah, man, they stayed hungry. They worked when no one was watching. They sacrificed their weekends, their sleep, their so-called balance. They put in hours that would break most people. You think Kobe Bryant cared about rest days? The man would shoot free throws in the dark. Michael Jordan outworking his team in practice. Elon Musk pulling 20-hour workdays while people called him insane. These aren't just stories, they're proof. Proof that if you're not starving for mastery, you'll never taste success. You've got to embrace the grind. Hate comfort so much that it makes your skin crawl. Stop choosing the easy way out. When your body tells you to quit, keep going. When your mind tells you to take a break, push harder. And here's the thing. They'll laugh at you, call you crazy, tell you to relax, live a little. Forget them. Their opinions are cheap, just like their lives. You weren't born to live like the rest of them. You were born to dominate, to conquer, to take what's yours. So tonight, When you look in the mirror, ask yourself one question. Do you hate the man you see enough to change him? Because if the answer is no, you're wasting your time here. But if the answer is yes, if you're ready to burn your old self to the ground and rebuild from the ashes, then congratulations. You're on your way to becoming unstoppable.